for the stream. It's fucking
Again,
great.
you can use the same one?
No, it's a different one, but yeah.
Which one is it? Is the one with me and the knife?
No, that was for the first one, as you've seen. But no, it's gonna be a different one. So
okay,
yeah. It's funny.
Somebody made a meme for us out of it.
Yeah,
that's great. That's great.
Yeah. But yeah, we're back with another live stream, and this time we're here with Bunty King again for the Bunty King sequel.
Yeah.
So you know how it usually goes with sequels. Either it's going to be like better than the first one or terrible. So it could go either way.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Like it'll be good because I'm in a much better, happier mood. Everything's good. Things are picking up. You know, everything's chill. You know, I'm not gonna cry on camera.
Sweet. So it's not gonna be like Tony Stark at the end of Iron Man 3 when he's talking to Bruce Banner on that chair, and Bruce is like, oh, God.
No, I don't remember that actually. When I'm thinking about it, I don't remember that.
It was the end credit scene, like after the credits rolled.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry.
We'll gloss over that. We'll cut that part out.
Yeah, we'll cut that part out even though we're live.
But anyway, yeah.
In Iron Man 3, he finds out that the Winter Soldier killed his dad, right?
Yeah, his mom's name is Martha.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. Is it actually Martha? No, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You're trolling me. Martha is fucking Batman's mom's name, dude. You rat.
Yeah, and her last name is Stewart.
Martha Stewart. Oh shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Martha Stewart was Iron Man's mom.
I know, it's crazy. Now you know why he's kind of a douchebag.
No, Iron Man's not a douchebag. I love Iron Man, man. He's the best. Honestly, Iron Man is like one of the superheroes that I look up to. He's fucking sick. I love him.
No, he's great. Robert Downey Jr. is brilliant. He's perfect for that role. So I mean,
probably my favorite.
Yeah, like the Iron Man movies have been like, because I don't know if they're gonna make another one. They probably won't. But the Iron Man movies are consistent in terms of enjoyability for me.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 are my two favorite Marvel movies. But Iron Man 3 is definitely up there.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just closing windows so that the sound doesn't travel through. Go to the back bedroom? Well, the doors. There's a fucking fridge in the way, bro. Move the fridge.
This is like those movies where like the body cam on them, and then like we're just watching you go through like a haunted house. Hopefully, you don't like find a ghost or something.
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
It's like you're going through a haunted house, and we're just watching you. Hopefully, that you don't find a ghost or something.
Nah, man. Nah, you know what I'm at? You know where I'm at? I'm actually gonna. Fucking perfect. This actually works out. I'm just gonna do this.
You're in the toilet?
There we go. All right. I'm pretty much like we're at. Okay, so I'm at the studio, right? This is a studio for a company, a media company here called Mocor, and they're like a startup. So like it's been around for a while, but they're just starting to get things off the ground in terms of like actually having a studio space. And so I asked them. I said, "Hey, man, like I do this online. You guys see what I do online. Would you guys be down to like actually have me like in your place?" Mm-hmm. And so now we're here, and so that's pretty much it. It's like so it's just, and things are being moved around right now. So they have like the fridge and everything, like the stove and all that in the back room where there's gonna be some other stuff coming in. But yeah, and also the guys, my producers are kind of planning some stuff, so they're like getting some mics set up and stuff like that. So they're making a lot of noise. So I was like, I'm just gonna go in here. So there you are. Long story short.
Nice.
I'm all yours.
Past Blue Ribbon's a good beer.
What?
Past Blue Ribbon's a good beer.
I don't think so. It's shit. It's a shit beer.
People either think it's shit or they really like it. That's what I've seen.
I don't know. I think that if they really like it or they say they really like it, they're lying. They're straight up lying.
You're lying.
Okay, sorry, I'm a liar. I'm a pathological liar.
Oh, wait, you actually like Pabst?
It's all right.
Oh, okay. We have a similar beer. We have a similar beer here. Okay. But like it's called the Bat 50, and it's like it's also a cheaper beer, and like hipsters drink it, but it's way better than Pabst. Like Pabst, just no, but it's way better than Pabst.
Let me guess, it's only available there. Am I right? Only available there.
The Bat 50, I'm pretty sure you can get it everywhere, but it is mainly like a Quebec thing. Canada thing. Yeah.
Mm. What is your favorite beer? If we're talking about beer.
Guinness.
Oh,
I haven't had that in so long. I don't remember what it tastes like.
I love Guinness. I love it so much. It's the best.
What's your favorite beer?
Right now, Corona Premium.
Corona?
Right. Yeah.
Premium. Premium.
Right now.
Right now, yeah.
What does a Corona Premium taste like, Nicolette?
It tastes, well, you have to have it with the lime, okay? Just because of Cinco de Mayo, that's the only reason I'm saying that.
So when you put in when you say you put in the lime, you like shove the lime in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it taste
like
normal.
Do you ever like shove the lime in and then turn it around? Like do you ever take the lime, put it in, and then like cover the top of the bottle and then like turn it upside down so the lime goes all the way to the bottom?
No, I didn't even think of that.
I should try that next time.
Try it, but I don't know if it works all the time. I remember doing it on a date once and it spilled all over myself. I was like, yeah, I look good right now. So yeah.
I'll order a Corona and spill it all over myself.
Yeah, well, knowing you're pretty clumsy, so that'll probably happen.
Yeah, probably.
I like Peronis. Have you ever had a Peroni?
Oh yeah, Peroni is good.
A what?
A Peroni.
No.
No.
What? What
it's
is
an
that?
Italian beer.
What?
It's an Italian beer.
I've never had that ever. Have you
really
ever had a what's the word? It's like the Italian Coke. It's so shit. What's it called? It's so shit. It's so shit. It's so shit. Hold on. Yo, guys. Yo. What's the Italian Coke? Brio. Oh, God. Yeah, it's called Brio. It's disgusting.
I've never heard of that, but I'll make sure to not try that.
You should try it just to confirm because, like, listen, don't take everything I say 100%. Like, you may like it, but I'm telling you, I hate it. I have Italian friends who, like, drink that shit. They're like, yeah, I love Brio. It's like, you're fucking disgusting, bro. Get out of here with that shit. It's disgusting. The worst.
Is it like Mexican soda?
I don't know. If it tastes anything like Coke or Pepsi, then I probably won't like it because I don't like that.
Yeah.
I love your thing in the back, by the way. No step on snake.
Oh, our
Yeah.
It's so cute. Whose idea was that? It was yours, Nico?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And then I didn't realize, like, we were filming in front of that, but our skin tone looks terrible in front of that. It makes us look like we're sick. So I have to get a different flag or like a different color.
Well, it's really funny because I remember there was a while where I saw so many Twitter accounts with that fucking "Don't Tread on Me" logo. Yeah. All of them as a display profile. Like, it's like, dude, why can't you just use your face, man? Just use your face, bro.
I don't understand why people can't just use their face for all their social media profiles unless they have like someone commissioned an art, like an avatar for them. Then that makes sense.
It comes down to like them not being comfortable with all the politics and stuff like that, and people are afraid of getting fired and shit like that for saying something wrong. It's really
That's true.
But I mean, but I don't think that they should be afraid of that, and I also don't think that people should be working for companies that would just fire them because of some online mob that isn't even going to buy the product anyways. Like, it's so crazy, so crazy that they would try to do that.
Well, there are certain countries I think you can get in serious trouble for that, though, right? With the government, like especially in Europe, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I guess some like super progressive parts of the world, yeah. Like especially like I would say like the Bay Area and like LA and stuff like that. Anywhere California, I feel like you can get in some serious trouble if you have the wrong opinions, which is really kind of tragic because I don't want that to be the case. Like, you can have an opinion that someone may view as hateful, and yeah, it sucks that they have that opinion, but at the same time, it's like, yo, like they need to live, they need to work, and like they need to they need to be a part of society. You can't just like push them out of society because chances are they're not going to recover from whatever, like whatever shit they're thinking about, like if they feel so alienated from society where they're like, I hate these people, I hate this, or like I have these opinions, pushing them out is going to like make them like, further entrench them in their opinions. And then I think then you have a real problem.
Yeah, it like polarizes and then radicalizes them, and then they think that they have to go more like deeper into their ideology to fit in or something into their own group.
No, that's it. I mean, I think that they need to be treated with like some kind of respect, almost respect, but not respect, but like they need to be like some kind of. There needs to be some kind of compassion in treating these people because, like, you know, if they feel isolated, like that's a problem. You know, that's a problem. What are you thinking there, Shane? What are you thinking? Why are you smiling?
Well, no, because I hear people in the background. I think someone sneezed or whatever, and the sneezing makes me laugh, or coughing or something.
Oh my god, yeah, it's true. That's true.
Oh my
Someone's hacking a lung out there, and it's like someone's dying and hacking a lung. I'm like laughing in the other room or something. I'm like, oh, sorry, I should be saving right now, but you just sound so funny. I'm sorry, I can't help it.
I've never heard people laughing when people sneeze, but I mean,
like it's here going, I'm just like,
that's not nice.
I know I can't help it, but I don't know. Like all this talk about like people being pushed aside, or it kind of reminds us of like the alt-right, because you know they feel isolated, so they feel like, you know, everyone's against them or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, everyone is against them. That's a given. Everyone is against.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you know, oh, now I finally have a platform to say something because, you know, because of Trump or whatever.
I believe that you can be against someone and you can still be like for them in a way. Like you can be against, like I'm against the alt-right, but I'm like for some individuals in the alt-right because I want them to like be a part of society. I want them to see things the way that I see things, you know? Like I want them. I'm on their side in the sense that like I understand that they feel like, you know, they feel like alienated. I get that. I know how that feels. I feel like that all the time, man. Like it's something that I struggle with every single day. You know, having to find purpose or having to find my place in society. I get it, but like I just want to like, you know, you need like, you can disagree with them, but you can also be for them. You can be like, here, like I totally disagree with everything that you stand for. But I don't want to see you without a home. I don't want to see you without a job. I don't want to see you without an adequate life. Like I want you to have a good life and just like, and to be able to enjoy the things that I'm able to enjoy as well. And to take granted the things that I also take granted for. You know, like that's pretty much it. Take for granted. I mean, so yeah. What's that?
I think it's basically come down to like treat humans as actual humans. You know, their ideas aren't going to hurt you necessarily.
Right.
No, they won't. They won't ever.
They just say some dumb shit
online.
And the ideas are just annoying. You know, like things are just like annoyances. People just take a lot of like they have this fear of people and what they're going to say, but I'm not afraid of what people are going to say. Like that's never been an issue for me. I can't say I'm really scared of anything on the internet except for people trying to maybe go at my family or my friends.
Right.
That's a fear that I have, a guaranteed fear. You know, there's people who I would have fucking run a train on, man. I'm not even joking. Like people who I would have really just fucked up online. Okay, but I haven't because of the fact that like I'm afraid that they would do something to my family. I'm afraid that they would try to expose my sister or something like that, or do something like that. You know, that's something that I don't want to have to deal with. So when I detect someone that's like that. And if I feel like, especially if I hear they're a doxer, if I hear that someone's a doxer, I'm done with them. I don't talk to them. If they have a disagreement with me, if they're an actual doxer and they're like unhinged, I'm done with them. Or if they're dishonest. If they're dishonest, I'm done with them too. Like it's like, no need. Do you get into an argument with someone who's dishonest? Because as you guys grow your channel, you're going to see people come up, they're going to be dishonest about things, you know? And it's cool because you guys have like a together dynamic. So I hope that you guys stay together and like actually just like fucking, you know, are able to withstand that shit. But like, it is super, super important to have people with you in real life. That's one thing that I learned is that if you like, a lot of the reason why I'm a little bit fearless online is because I know that there's people around me right now in real life that would be willing to throw down for me, or like to some degree, like throw down verbally, or to be like, yeah, I know Anand, or I know Bunty. Yeah, who cares? Like, what do you have to say about him? You have a problem with him? Cool. That's how it would be. You know, when someone tried getting me fired from my job last September, it backfired on them hard, so hard, and it was amazing. It was like the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It was incredible. I was like, yes, this is what I've done. This is what I've established. So yeah.
I don't think I know about that story. Someone tried to dox you, or?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was doxed. People found
Oh,
out,
sorry.
which is not a problem. Which is not a problem. I mean, it's not like I was keeping it super super secret. Like I was like, oh, like, no one can ever find out at work. I don't care. I really did not give a shit. It was like whatever. I was I wasn't too like secure about hiding it or anything like that, you know. So who cares? But they found out where I worked, and then they contacted my boss.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they contacted her, and they're like, oh, would you like to see this video from of Bunty King from the you know, he sends videos of himself from the toilet to other women online. And it was like a video of me like on the toilet talking to what's her name again? Her name was SS Sniper Wolf. She's a YouTuber. And I just sent her a video, and I was like legit peeing while the video was going. I was like just talking, and it was so stupid, dude. It was like the stupidest thing. You don't see anything. You don't see anything. You just see me with my pants down, right? And like you don't see anything. You just see that my legs are bare, and I'm sitting on the toilet, okay? And I'm just talking about how great it is to pee. I'm just talking about that. That's all it is, all right? And that's something that I feel is pretty relatable. Okay, it was pretty crazy. It's like pretty wild, but yeah. Anyway, it's so he sent that to her, and then she was like, are you serious? Are you like legit trying to get someone like fired from their job? Like, there's people out there that are doing way worse things than sending joke videos. She's like, don't ever message me again to this guy, this fucking dude. And then she sent me the conversation, okay? And then I went on Twitter and I called him out. I was like, yo, you rat, nice try. And he privated his account, blocked me, everything. Just disappeared. Got destroyed. He got destroyed. It was amazing. It was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. Like, don't fucking don't fuck with the people that I know. That's the thing. And the only concern that I have is like if someone were to like really go out of their way to like manipulate someone I know, or like fuck with someone in the sense that like they try to like get information from them or like anything like that. Like that's for me like really creepy. There's some people who I feel like really hate me online and will really actually hurt people that I know or care about. So that's why I don't want to have to. Those are people that I completely avoid dealing with. But in terms of normal people, I don't give a shit. Like normal SJWs trying to get me fired from my job, that's hilarious. I think that would be hilarious. Like they can't. Anybody that I've ever worked for, they know who I am, so they know what I do. I tell them everything about me. I tell them like, yeah, this is what I do. This is the kind of shit that I talk about. You know.
Yeah.
I'm anti-politically correct. You know, like well, not really, but like I am. You know, anti just like I'll talk about those kinds of things, and they know they'll hire me based on the fact they'll hire me based on my skills, but they'll know who I am as a person outside of work. And they're like, can you keep this outside of work? And I'm like, yes. I'm not going to come in here and talk about fucking politics. Like, this is the office space. This isn't twitter.com. Yeah, I'm going to kill you guys and be fine, you know? So that's it. Yeah.
Speaking of Twitter, are you completely, like, off of Twitter now? Like, gone?
Well, I mean, my account was suspended, like the one with 52,000 followers, so that's gone. And then the other one, the Punished Bunty King account, so Bunty King TV, was also suspended when I was at Kilroy. At the end of Kilroy, I was just there, like I had people over at my place, and I was just tweeting and stuff like that. I was just talking, and next thing you know, like people just that was it. It was done. Like I was gone. I tried to reply to something. It says, "Oh, you've been locked out of this account because we suspect that someone is using this. Someone who was previously banned from the platform was using this." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Well, obviously that's true." and then I just accepted it. So I thought it was like going to be a 7-day lockout. I was like, "Really, a 7-day lockout? Whatever." And then when I went to go check, suspended again. And I was like, "All right, well, I'm suspended. It's done." And so. Yeah, I'm completely done. I'm trying to appeal my main account, and I hope I can get it back because what I was suspended for was so fucking stupid. It really is so stupid. Like I still do not understand how I'm suspended on the platform. There's people where like I have a list of people that I can tell you right now who are way more abusive than anybody that I could have ever been. It's insane. I'm sure you have a list of people that you can.
Oh yeah, I have like a list of people who are crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How many crazy people have you met on Twitter?
I don't know. I have a list of about 100 people. I actually keep track of them, and I put them on a list of crazy people who I meet. So
Really?
yeah.
What's the craziest person you've met on Twitter?
Oh, there was one recently where she said that you don't have to. What was it? It was. Now I have to look it up. Here, wait. Oh, me.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay, thanks.
Oh, she's a crazy person. She's the one. Yeah, makes sense.
You know who's been crazy lately? Leaf. She's been crazy, but not in a bad way. But like she'll like, unapologetic Canadian.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's been tweeting out some stuff that just gets people really pissed off.
Yeah, she does
It's
that.
so funny.
She does that, giving her advice and been like, hey, maybe you should not do that as much, but you do you. You do you, but
yeah, and that like she got permanently banned, and then she made another account. And now she's tweeting out some crazy stuff lately, but yeah.
Well, I mean,
I just honestly, like, I just want to get back in business. Like, it'd be really sick if I got my account back before VidCon or like during VidCon. Because if I got my account back during VidCon, it would be so hype. I would get a sick video plan. It would be the sickest thing if I got it back during that period of time. But like, I don't know. There's some journalists who are like trying to reach out, trying to figure out what's going on, because they're like, why the fuck are you banned? I don't know why I'm banned, but at the same time, here's the thing. Like, I've been getting happier since I was banned. I've been getting happier because Twitter was really toxic. Like, I was spending way too much time on it. I would spend like 8 hours a day on it, and it was really, really, really bad. So now I'm like creating content. I'm doing stuff. I'm hanging out with people, working on stuff, that kind of shit.
Yeah, I could see how, like, because that kind of takes up a lot of time because you get sucked into debates or conversations and notifications. Like, I don't even have that many followers, and when I go in, I'm like, 60 notifications. Okay, Here we go.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Oh my god! Anytime I would go get back on, I would be like
3,000.
I would reply to them. I would reply to all of them sometimes. If there was a thread of 100 people, I would reply to 100 people. That's what I used to do before my first suspension, before like November. All right.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do. I used to reply to everybody. Now, before I got suspended again, I would reply to just the top tweets that I would see that I liked or noticed. And most of the time, I was trying to focus on positive people. Like, I was really trying to focus on like the people who maybe had criticisms of me, but they posed them in a positive manner. They were like, hey, I really like how you do this, but like, I really wish you'd do this. I'd be like, cool, I'd take that and I'd roll with it, And I'd be able to talk to them. I hated the people. Like, I would refuse to talk to the people who were just aggressive, trying to tear me down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how you used to do like video responses to tweets and stuff like that? Is that kind of is that how you gained so much popularity so quickly, or?
Yeah. People saw me as a person, as who I am, and they were like, "Oh, I like this guy," and that was it. That's all.
Yeah, that's how I found you too. So. That's how you found it.
I just literally would tweet video response to people and like. Or I would do my own videos and just put them up on Twitter, and then people would share them around because they're like, I like what this guy's saying. And then I just get people following me,
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, one the feedback that I've gotten, they're like, how do you talk about such intense things, but then still manage to come off as like being friendly? And I'm like, well, it's because I'm actually friendly. I'm like down to talk to people, We can talk about the crazy stuff together, and I'll be okay with it. Yeah, now more so than ever. Like, definitely now more so than ever. Now that I'm on Twitter and I don't have like these fucking rats coming after me at all times, it's way better. Man, the rats were terrible. They were so bad. Oh fuck, the rats were bad. They were so bad, dude.
It's crazy that people would come after. Cause like, I don't know. Every time I saw your tweets, there's like nothing. I don't know. Like, there's nothing to criticize, but maybe it's just the way I see it. I don't know.
You always wanted to have a conversation with people, and that's.
And some people view that as like fake, as like a failure or something like that, or I'm trying to get the better angle, get the better light here. See where the light's best here. This is gonna be fine right here. Yeah, we're good here. Well, let me just bring a chair. Let me bring a chair real quick.
Cool.
So what up?
or something.
But I don't want to turn on the fan because my contacts hurt.
Is there anybody in the chat that wants to ask Bunty a question?
I do apologize. Is the chat saying anything?
Oh, they've been saying stuff, but I haven't read it yet.
They've been saying stuff. You haven't read anything? Come on.
I tried to read it.
There we go.
I don't know. Some people are jealous that we've had you on twice already, and they've had you on 0 times.
Why do you have that? Why do you have that faggot on again? What's he doing here?
Yeah, pretty much.
Someone said, "Don't be a shit guy, Bunty King."
Don't be a shit guy. Okay, well that's the thing that I normally say. I always tell I don't like shit guys, shit kids, shit guys. I hate them. But shit guy, there's shit guy, there's shit. I tell people, here's the thing: it's like the insults I have people. This guy's a shit guy, I'll say, or this guy's a fucking rat. This guy is a shit kid, you know, or dirty rat. I like calling people dirty rats. It's great. Calling people rats is like one of the best things you can ever do. It's really one of the best things because they get so offended. The people who aren't rats love it. Like if you call your friends rats, they're like, haha, you know, it's good. It's jokes, you know. But
yeah, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like that's one of those funny insults.
Someone said Bunty crotch shots, WTF.
What?
Because when it was moving the computer and it was all like,
so, True Canuck is like, I can't believe he drinks that shitty beer.
I drink it because it's the only one that's around.
Good reason. Yeah,
that can that was on the camera earlier looked bigger than you. That's what it said in the chat right there.
Oh, thanks.
That can looks bigger than Nicolette. Which is not on there anymore.
What?
I don't know. I have like a running joke that I'm just too short for everything.
Like that beer can that was in front of your camera there. Someone in the chat said that can is bigger than her.
You can't what?
That can looks bigger than her.
Oh.
Because of yeah, short jokes.
How short?
Yeah.
5 or I don't know. Wait. Okay, you're in centimeters, right? 153 centimeters.
No, you can do foot. So you can do feet. I'm 6'1".
Like 5 foot.
You're 5
around there.
You're how tall are you, Shane?
Just a little over 6 foot.
A little over 6 foot?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're tall Asian. That's crazy.
Well, it's the white side, you know.
Yeah, the white side.
Oh yeah. You're okay. That's okay. You guys are both Happas, of course.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Of course. But like you guys, here's the thing though. Like you guys don't look Happa.
What do we look like?
You guys look full Asian. Full Asian.
I've gotten weird like guesses. Like someone thought I was Arabic. Someone thought I was Russian.
Russian, maybe. Yeah, I can see that.
Mexican,
yeah, I can see that too. I can see that.
I've gotten a Mexican with Down syndrome before.
Oh, that's not good.
You can be Japanese. Straight up Japanese.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. That's a pretty easy one, yeah.
Yeah.
But nope, half Korean.
Half Korean. Well, I mean, honestly, Koreans and Japanese are very similar. They're really similar.
Oh, how dare you?
Well, no, they are. Like facial features, 100% similar.
Yeah.
Korean person there and then a Japanese person next to me, I'd be like, and you'd be like, that one's Korean. And if you're really just pointing at the Japanese person and you're like, that one's Japanese, and you point at the Korean person, I'd be like, okay, cool. I wouldn't fucking know. I wouldn't be able to. Is there a way to tell Koreans apart from Japanese?
To me, there is, but I don't know how to explain it in words. I don't know how to explain it in words, but I could tell the difference.
Okay, explain away.
I don't know. I just like if you put 2 people in front of me and one's Japanese and one's Korean, I'd be able to tell the difference probably without them speaking. Yeah.
Beyond their mannerisms, okay? Like avoid. There's no mannerisms involved. Nothing. No mannerisms. They're not saying anything. They're not doing anything. They're literally just sitting there still as statues. They don't have any mannerisms. They're literally just a blank slate, Korean and Japanese person next to each other. You'd be able to tell the difference between them just based on one look, or do you need a read on them based on their mannerisms? So if it's, yeah, then you'll obviously know.
Maybe based on like fashion or like nose shape, stuff like that.
So. And you're what? You're half what? What are you? Half?
Oh, I'm Filipino Chinese. My mom is Filipino Chinese, and then my dad is white.
Your dad's white.
Yep.
Your dad is your dad is like Texan white.
Is like what?
Texan white. Like he's a Texas guy.
Oh no, no, he's Pennsylvania Dutch, like German, Scottish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm originally from North. I just moved on.
Which one of your parents is the white one?
My dad.
Your dad, huh?
Yeah, my dad's the white one. The military brat, as they say. I'm a military brat.
Oh, you're a military brat. Okay.
Yeah.
Which means that you would travel with him?
Yeah, when it was just he and I, yeah, we would travel. We were in Korea, and then we lived in Japan for about 3 or 4 years. And then I think we lived in the Philippines for a short amount of time, and that's where he met my mom now. And then in America, we lived in different states like New Jersey, Arizona, Tennessee, Indiana, just pretty much all over the place. Yeah.
Cool. I woke up 2 days ago and I realized that I wouldn't be happy, like truly happy, if I didn't travel the world. So my goal now after VidCon and after like Mythicist Milwaukee and all that is to like start traveling, like backpacking places and just staying at hostels and just get working remote jobs. Because I mean, I should be able to do it. I should be able to do it. I mean, my YouTube channel, like I can just create videos while I'm going. Like it doesn't really matter, you know? That's just it. Simple as that.
You should totally do that. And then you'd be like sort of like a commentary / travel channel, you know?
Well,
because like you
at the end of the day, I'd be like the one fucking commentary guy or one social commentary dude that's going to be like in this like sphere of the internet that's going to be actually traveling and seeing other cultures as opposed to just staying at home from a fucking basement and then acting like I know how the world works. Like, how is that a thing? Like, I already know, like, I can't, you know, it's funny. People always try to project on me. They're like, oh, you know, you just think this way. You think this way. It's like, no, like, I don't fucking know anything. Like, I don't think I'm the smartest guy. I just think that I'm good at certain things. And one thing I'm really good at is talking to people. Like, that's it. That's the thing that I'm very good at. All right. And also, I'm also good at like, you know, branding and stuff like that, whatever. But like, that's it. You know, but other than that, it's just me about talking to people and thinking up like and how to deal with people's. So it's like that's all. And but I never would tell people like, oh, I know how the world should work. I haven't seen all the cultures. I don't know what like all the other cultures have to offer. You know, I only hear about it through other people. Like, oh, you've been to Japan. What's it like there? No, I want to go. I want to see what it's like. I want to see what I'm able to bring there and see what I'm able to like get from being there. You know, if I would be able to like fit in Japan, would I be able to do it? Or yeah.
What's one of the like some of the places that are kind of on your list right now where you want to go first?
Taiwan. I really want to go to Taipei. Really want to check that place out. Taiwan. I want to check out Hong Kong. Hong Kong really is in China. You know, if you know about what goes on in Hong Kong, it's like really just like it almost feels like a different country. So I really want to check out Hong Kong. I want to check out, you know, Japan, Tokyo, those other areas. I want to like really just kind of like see what that part of Asia is like, because I feel like if I go there, it's gonna be like I'm in an RPG. Like that's what it's gonna feel like. Because they have like that, I know it sounds really kind of like shitty to kind of like bring their culture down to like one, but it feels like it would be like a like just the way that their architecture is made. Everything is so tight and everything looks, it's so like bright. It's like it's so futuristic. Like I really want to go there. I want to check that out. And then I also really want to go to I want to go back to Africa. Really want to go back to Africa. Yeah.
What part of Africa?
I want to go back to Tanzania. I mean, I haven't seen the other parts of Africa, but I really would like to go back to Tanzania. At least start there, meet with people, see what the other options are, and then just like talk to them. You know, I remember. I remember when I went to Tanzania. Okay, on one of our last days there was we encountered a couple who at one point I think that there was something wrong with our what was it called? It's with our Range Rover, all right? And so we pulled over to the side of the road in this national park, and this couple pulled over in their own Range Rover, and they were like a German couple, and I was like, wow, that's cool. And they drove from Germany all the way to all the way to fucking. How sick is that? They drove from Germany. Yeah, there was okay. So I'm talking to a friend. I'm talking to my buddy Simon Chilinsky. Okay, Simon Chilinsky is the guy who got fired from the Subnautica dev team. You guys know about that?
No, I don't think so. Do you?
So Subnautica is a game that came out later, was released earlier this year. Okay, it was a really beautiful game with amazing sound design, like some of the best sound design I've ever heard in a game ever. And this is the guy that did it. Right, so fucking good. And he ended up getting fired from his job because he had some kind of like alternative opinions or something like that, or he was like, expressing an opinion that was wrong, essentially. Okay, even if it was a wrong opinion, he did such good work. Like he did amazing work. All right, it was incredible. Anyway, he gets fired, and there's that. But this guy, he travels the world. Like he's seen everything. He's seen a lot of places, and he said he met someone once who rode their bike from. I think it was in Bangkok. I'm not sure what the exact city was. I don't know where it was, but he pretty much rode his bike from Poland to Bangkok. Not Simon, all right? But he met someone at a hostel that rode a fucking bike across Europe into Asia and into Thailand. How crazy is that? That's nuts. But that's so cool, though. That's so cool. Like, where does your mind need to be that where you're like I'm gonna ride a bike from one end of the one like. That is so crazy. That is something that wouldn't have been possible, or maybe maybe people did it back in the day before they found the New World. But like the fact that we're able to do that today, and it's amazing. It's amazing. I think it's so beautiful. It's like, and I think that part of the world is so fascinating. It's like why did they even ever leave? Why did they even like go for the West? You know, the West is like almost like it's almost like I don't know. I love North America, but like. I don't know, like how. I guess maybe because I'm a little bit fearful, but like I would love to like go down an entire trip all the way from like the west coast of Canada all the way down to like the very southernmost part of South America. That would be the sickest thing if I could do that, you know. But
yeah.
But I don't know how I don't know how viable of a thing that is to do. I don't know how viable that is because it's like how do you like because I feel like Europe and Asia have more tourist culture than South America. I might be tripping here. I might be totally wrong, and I might be saying something completely insane. But I just generally feel like the hostels, all that stuff, are really centralized around like Europe and Asia. That's like the culture that they have, their hostel culture. But I don't know how much they would have with that in South America. Yeah. Yeah,
I feel like that's true. At least, but that's the thing though. I only know about Southeast Asia and Asia. I don't know about South America, so maybe they have more of a tourist culture, but we just don't know about it because I haven't been there.
There was this guy. It's kind of related, but it was a long time ago, maybe 10 or so years ago. But he called himself the Amtrekker, where he did like 50 things or something. He had like 50 things on a list that he wanted to do across the country, and he went out and did them. He didn't pay any money for lodging or anything like that. So he like slept in did like couch surfing basically.
Oh, okay.
You know, he met people and then he slept on a couch for the night and went on his merry way or whatever. But he didn't spend any money on that. And I think it took him maybe 2 or 3 years to do all that. Like he just decided, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to do this because I've been wanting to do this forever. And then he went on and did it. So, you know, to have that kind of mindset, they're going to do something like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. I want to do it, but I want to be able to kind of be like employed at the same time. So like help people with their brand. I really want to help people with their branding. I really want to help people with that. That'd be really cool, especially with the people I care about. If I give a fuck about them, I want to help them with their branding. You know?
Because you're like in marketing, right? You seem like you're in the marketing, like branding type of field.
Yeah, I am. I mean, it's what I do. It's what I love to do. I use the tools that I would normally use for a product for myself. Because I wanted people to see who I am. So I used all the tricks that I could use for a product that I really give a shit about and applied them to my platform. And so I popped off like that. I gained like I don't know how many people I know gained 52,000 followers in less than a year. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What's like some tips and tricks when you were learning all that? Some things that you input into your own work.
When it comes to being a YouTube personality, people really value authenticity, right? And I think a lot of content creators really assume that their audiences are pretty dumb, so they just like kind of like do stuff with whatever. But you have to understand that like your audience, no matter how big it is obviously a niche audience. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're like Logan Paul level. Okay, getting 3 million views, you know, a video or something like that. That's still like a bit of a niche market. If you think about the overall market of entertainment, it's still a bit of a niche in the sense that like Logan Paul fans are Logan Paul fans, right?
Yeah.
If you think about let's just like go further down the list, right? Let's go to someone like Sargon of Akkad, okay? Sargon of Akkad, I don't think that he thinks that his viewers are dumb, which is one of the things that is really important in terms of building an audience. Because if you think that your viewers are stupid, then first of all, why are you trying to build an audience? Why would you want stupid people following you? I don't want that. And the other thing is that like if you think that they're stupid, you're not going to be creating content for them that's going to be compelling at all. That's going to be able to attract better and better people and better opportunities. So the idea is to remain authentic and create content that you value yourself. Like you really value this content that you're giving them. And then you provide it to them, and then they see the value in it too, because they're like, thank you so much for this, because you are giving me content that I value as well, because clearly this is what I want. And that's how you do it. You have to be authentic at all times. Yeah. That's the number one thing, authentic. And authenticity can also mean sometimes you want to bite your tongue. You want to be like, I don't want to give my opinion on this person right now. I don't want to say anything about this person. I don't want to speak ill of these people right now. I don't like what they're doing necessarily, but they're going to keep doing whatever they do. That's being authentic as well. People may go ahead and try to say like, oh, that's not being authentic. Like, of course you can be private about your opinion about something. You can go ahead and only share an opinion with like 5 people that you really trust, because you just don't want to have to deal with the blowback from it. But in terms of what you're producing, in terms of the content that you're producing, the content that you're focusing on, stuff that you're sure about, is to just be authentic and not try to find an angle all the time. If you find an angle all the time, like trying to find like a way to like pretty much like just, I don't know, fucking play up one side over and over again, like play the same card, like the leftists are doing this, or the right is doing this, the far right, alt-right, oh my god, Nazis, like if you keep doing that and you keep looking for those things, you're just going to end up becoming inauthentic, because you're going to be looking for that option. But if you produce what you really want to produce, if you produce stuff that you really feel has value, then you're going to grow an audience, maybe not as fast as the people who are like constantly fucking barking and calling people out all the time, but you're going to grow an audience that's going to really value you way more than anybody else. So I mean, at the end of the day, my audience, like I've seen some of my friends grow past like they've grown past me. Like I've met friends at VidCon who had less subs than I did. All right. When I got to VidCon last year, I gained 20,000 subs. I was at like 46,000 subs or something, 44,000, something like that, 42,000. I don't know, but I gained a lot of subs. And then, you know, I was kind of leading the sub game with some of my friends, but I get back, didn't really do anything on YouTube. They surpassed me, right? But I kept doing things the way I wanted to do it. I've still been doing things the way I want to do it. So my audiences that have grown, while they may not be the largest audience, while my views don't get while my videos don't get all the views, the views I do get are from people who really give a shit, and that's something that I find to be way more valuable than a million fucking throwaway views that are just from people that are like, oh, I like what he does, leave a like, whatever, that's it. Like, I'm building an actual connection with my audience, and I think that that's super important. Going forward, when people have like all these people that like they can just follow for like whatever, that like almost like they're like following these people is like means nothing. People are really start to value like content creators that really give a shit about their audiences. So that's it. And I give a shit about it. Did I answer your question properly?
Yeah.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say the engagement is really important, I think, because I know a lot of people who have lots of followers, but they never engage with them at all. So I think that makes a difference.
Yeah,
I think that's what makes your content special. I think
it makes them feel like they're a part of it.
Yeah.
Somewhat. Yeah. That's a good point too. Someone in the chat wanted to ask your thoughts on the Day of Freedom event that went on in, I believe, London. I think it was.
Yes. From what I hear, it was a success, right? Like, people were pretty stoked about it. There was some good things, but there was also like, I haven't really looked into it. I've seen some things where people seem like it's pretty successful. However, the overall campaign, I only saw through Lauren Southern's perspective on Instagram, okay? And it just looked way too gritty and dark. Like, it was, I found like it wasn't branded properly. And so, you know, they didn't have, did they have a website?
I don't remember if they did or not, but from what I saw, it looked like, I mean, at least they were saying they had people from, they had like all different types of perspectives, you know, politically and all that. So I don't know. They still have this, you know, the Antifa people show up, which I mean,
yeah,
obviously that's going to happen, but I don't know. Like you were saying, when you're just getting it from Lauren Southern's perspective, you're only going to get that one side, you know, so.
Yeah. I mean, I just saw like, I liked that they were like, it was multi-ethnic and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. You know, that was cool because it was like a unifying thing. I saw Millennial Woes call something a mistake because there was like some kind of like fucking, there was like some kind of drag queen that like sang in front of the crowd, and like, I guess that upset him. Yeah, which whatever, who gives a shit? But like, apart from that, like, I don't know. I really don't know, and I really, I didn't pay much attention. Once again, like, I'm like so disconnected from all this stuff now that I'm not on Twitter. It's hard to kind of keep track of all that stuff, and it's also like at the same time I'm so focused on what I'm doing that I don't like. I almost don't care. Like, I just feel like this Day of Freedom thing. Well, it looked a lot like the 1980. Like, I mean, I was talking about this with Ian Miles Chong, and it looked a lot like the 1984 ad for Apple. Like their faces up on the big screen and shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I mean, apart from that, I mean, I don't really know much else. I feel like maybe they could have made it a little bit more normie friendly, because it didn't look normie friendly. I don't know why people don't make things normie friendly. Like, just contact me. I'll make it normally friendly for you. Like, I won't even charge you that much. Like, if you want to make a fucking sick campaign, you got some money behind it and all that stuff, like, you really want to do it, and you want to do something cool, Lauren Southern, whoever was in charge of that, you can contact me. You can be like, hey, we want to brand this properly. We want to make this look like it's something that everyone can partake in. Hit me up. I'll set it up properly. I'll give you the right plan, the right image to have. But it's like, I didn't like the whole duct tape over their face. It looked so like sad and tragic. Like, what the fuck, man? What are you doing?
I don't know. I mean, I guess they're trying to make a statement.
People are making fun of it.
No, I'm sure they will. They were.
I guess. No,
what about?
I mean, I thought of that. I'm like, okay, cool. You want to have like their faces? You want to have their faces like taped? Cool. That's awesome. You can start with that. But what if you made a campaign where like what if you made a campaign where like it's like the tape comes off, all right, and they're surrounded by people. Like it's a crowd of people with tape on their faces, right? And the tape comes off, and like color comes back to the fucking screen. Everything's fucking beautiful. People are happy. They're having a good time. And like that could have been the campaign for like, I don't know. I'm just tripping. I'm thinking out loud. But I just feel like they could have maybe made it a little bit better. But that's it.
Sounds more of a friendly. That's for sure.
Yeah, not so dreadful.
What do you think? Do you think that the campaign was friendly? Like when they announced it, did it seem like friendly and approachable, or was it seem darker? Because it seemed dark from perspective.
I was confused about like what was this about, because it seemed like, I don't know, like when you see those images, you just think of like, I don't know, it just seems dark to me.
Yeah, it seems like they had that tape over their mouth because you can't say anything, so here's the tape over your mouth, and then I guess when they go there, they can take the tape off. I guess I don't know.
I was confused. Like,
yeah, it's kind of I think your idea was better. Like have some kind of maybe a video ad instead of just pictures. You know?
Oh yeah, video with sick. A video with sick, like with like a little bit of music, a little bit of uplifting. You get some people to come in as extras. Everyone takes the tape off, and like they're like there, and like there's fucking people like passing drinks, having a good time, and they can call that a day for freedom because it's like people opening up and talking about things that they really want to talk about. That itself is freedom. What's up? You get a...
Oh, go ahead.
Someone in the chat says, like the Kylie Jenner commercial with the Pepsi.
No, not really. I found that the Kylie that was tasteless. See, that was way overboard. Like that was like, what the fuck's going on there? Because it was like Antifa. Like there was an Antifa thing going on there, and she like, it was weird. That was weird, man. That was so weird. That was the weirdest fucking commercial. That was such a bad commercial. They were like totally just cashing in on like this like counterculture thing. So stupid. But yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, oh my god, no, don't. Like it's so.
Not like that. It wouldn't have been around a brand. It would have been around people. The focus would have been on the people. It wouldn't have been on the objects being passed or like the drinks being passed or something. It would have been about like the actual people engaging one another, because it would start off with them like not really looking at each other, having their mouths covered, and then the moment the duct tape comes off, they smile, color returns to the screen to some degree, or like, and things just like change drastically. They're looking at each other. Suddenly they see each other for who they all are, and they're able to talk to each other and communicate each other. I think that's real freedom, honestly. Ultimate freedom is being able to know that you can talk about something with your neighbor. If you feel like you can't talk or express yourself, if you can't express yourself, then you're not free. Like if you like, and people like to say, well, you're not really free. No one really has freedom of choice. Well, okay, cool. That's cute and everything. That's awesome. But like, ultimately, you want to be able to express how you feel, right? And if you really can't express how you feel without the fear of being labeled as someone that's to be rejected from society, that's not freedom. You're like that. You're gonna be. That's like a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of like, this is pretty sad, but that's kind of how I feel about when I'm at work. I can't say my real opinion on stuff because of that. So
that's tragic. Like I find the best way to break the ice in work situations, if you have an opinion that's specifically not as accepted, is to preface it by saying, listen, I don't have a problem with any of you guys. I don't have a problem with your opinion. I think it's totally cool. I respect that you have this opinion. In fact, I encourage you to maintain this opinion and make it stronger than it ever has been based on actual experiences. Go out there, get experiences, do that. But here's my opinion based on my experiences, and that's it. If you can do that, if you can say that their opinion is tied to their experiences, and then you can bring the thing to, these are my experiences, I'm really curious as to what you think, then you can have a conversation with them, especially if you just like chill about it. For the most part, you'll be able to get your opinion out there, and you'll also be able to go ahead and keep them comfortable with the fact that your opinion, it goes totally against theirs. I don't see how your opinion could be that bad. I really don't see how it could be that much of a problem. If you approach it in a personable way, it's not a problem. Like I've been able to say crazy things, like really crazy things in front of people, but they're not bothered by it because they know that I don't mean them any harm, that I'm there to like understand what their take is, that kind of stuff.
You've had discussions at work
Well, there
sometimes
it like mostly it has to do with feminism stuff. So, or the election, that was awkward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Even though I didn't even vote for anyone, but it was still awkward.
Because people legit stayed home, right?
Oh yeah. Like when the election happened, some people like took off work to go cry. I was like, this is crazy. I didn't think this would happen in Texas.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Like, come on.
It was funny.
This guy's been around for ages. This fucking old guy has been around forever. Forever.
That was my point. I'm like, okay, why is it suddenly now the worst thing ever, even though he's been in the public eye for like decades.
Yeah, so now whenever you watch Home Alone 2 and he has that cameo with Kevin, you know, hey, where's so-and-so? Oh, it's over there. And then I guess you have to skip that part because, you know, he's in the movie.
It's offensive now.
Yeah, he's offensive. He's a Nazi and he's a Russian loser. Whatever.
I know the best part is all these fucking losers that are like, "Oh, World War III is gonna start," and then I tweeted out like the week during like before I left to Phoenix, I said World War III isn't gonna happen. Lol. I said, yeah, that's it. I was like, World War III isn't gonna happen. Lol. And someone responded, he's like, your political takes, your world political takes are pretty bad. I'm like, it's not gonna happen. I'm still waiting for World War III to happen. Like, is it happening?
Nope, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think people just overreact a lot.
Well, that's because they're so into like the Twitter. I think it's Twitter. I honestly think it's Twitter. They're so into Twitter that they think that World War.
Well, they think. I mean, and also they look at Twitter and they're like, that's real life. That's why you see all this bullshit that can only happen on Twitter. Because then, like in real life, like Bunty, he's not even on Twitter and he's hanging out with actual people and everything, and he has a completely different perspective on life than if he was on Twitter 24/7 or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fortunate thing is that, like, I've always had one foot in reality all the time.
Right?
But it's just that, like, Twitter is so compelling and it's so easy to get lost in it that it can really consume you. Like, there were some days where I used to feel really heavy because of some bullshit that would happen on Twitter. Like, really heavy. It was so bad. And I'd always be checking my phone. To see what people were saying. It was bad. But, I mean, I miss it because I want to use it. And I feel like I miss all the people that I was able to connect with and have a good time. Like, just memeing with and stuff like that. So I hope I can get it back. But I'm going to need to really figure out how I use it next time in terms of, like, not using it as much. But people are really, like, it's really annoying that I'm not on it anymore. So there's that. Yeah.
A lot of people have been asking me about you or saying they miss you, like, randomly. So...
That's sweet. That's very cute. That's very cute. I appreciate that. That's adorable. That's really nice.
Yeah, a lot of people who follow me also follow you, so they were wondering what happened to you or if you're going to come back. So.
No, I'm not coming back unless I get my account back. If I don't get my account back, then I'm not coming back. It's just that simple.
Well, you're building a pretty good audience on Instagram, so there's that.
Yeah.
To a degree, I mean, it's like a fraction of what it was on Instagram on Twitter. But if I can get it to like the same power level that I had on Twitter, it's game over. It's gonna be game over. It's like
I feel like
that. Game over, man. Game over.
Yeah, I could like really make some big time moves on Instagram and Facebook. My buddy Harley Morenstein from Epic Mealtime. This guy's streaming video games on Facebook. He's getting like 230,000 views per video, per stream.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah. I didn't even know you did video games on Facebook.
Well, it's just a thing, though. It's just a thing. I mean, like the way it is that people are eventually just gonna like. They're just gonna find their fucking. They're just gonna find their place, man. I think people are just gonna like start. Like picking up, they're gonna end up having to like build. Like I'm trying to diversify. I'm trying to build Facebook, trying to build YouTube, trying to build Instagram now. All three of them. I'm developing a plan for all three of them. And when I develop a plan for all three of them, I'm gonna make them public. Everyone will be able to see my social media plan, what it is, and that's it. And they'll be able to see like how it works, and then they can take it and apply it for themselves. I have no problem with that. I want people to be able to take my social media plan and then apply it to their own plans. And that's it.
I feel like it's going to take off like a lot if you actually do travel like in a couple months or whatever, like that's gonna gain a lot of attention, I think, because people want to know what's going on in the world. Yeah. Like from like actual world experience rather than just someone talking.
Yeah, someone actually seeing it, instead of just talking from afar.
Yeah. The idea would be like, if I wanted to do that, I'd have to find out. I'd have to make a plan. Once again, I need to make a plan on how a series would be if I were to do a travel series where I'm there in other parts of the world and I get to explain parts, because I wouldn't just stay there for like a day or two. I'd stay there for like a month or two. That's what the plan would be, to stay there for a little while and then stay there at a hostel, hang out, meet people from all around the world, just talk to them, all that stuff. Something I'd really love to do. Take public transportation. Oh, fuck, I love that. I love public transportation. I love public transportation. It's the best thing.
Is there a reason why?
People. I get to see new people every day. Every single day there's a new person on the bus. Just fucking cool. Even in my town, like taking the bus from my place to my college, I would see a new person every single day. It's so crazy. The world is so huge that it's just like directly, like there's so many new opportunities in our very own backyard, like literally in our backyard. Like you can just go in your backyard and see a new person.
Hi, I think I'm real. Or real says public transportation is for dirty socialists and commies.
Hey, dude, if that makes me a commie, then I guess I'm a commie, right? I like it. Love it. If I have the opportunity, to like to just be there, like look. At the end of the day, I drive because if I got to go from like one meeting to another, I'm driving. Like, it's no way that I'm going to rely on a bus to fucking get me to the place, right? But in terms of traveling, in terms of like, in being in like, I don't know, like fucking Asia or like India or like, Africa, I'm going to take a fucking bus. I'm going to take a bus, When I was on the bus back to, we left Arusha, right? This is in Tanzania. It was me and my dad. We took the bus from Arusha to Nairobi, to the Nairobi airport. So we went into Kenya. When we took that bus, I bumped into a girl who was traveling on her own, and she had climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and she was like just this random Asian girl from Australia, and we just had a full-blown like conversation on the 6-hour bus ride. And it was like, I'm never gonna see her again. I actually don't even fucking remember her name, but it was cool. And here's the other thing. Look, when I was coming back from Phoenix, I met this awesome lesbian chick named Amy. She was sitting next to me and she talked to me about her life. She's talked to me about her saddest moment in life. We talked about like what our happiest things are, like the things that make us the happiest, what we love. And we just talked about all that, and that was it, And when I got off the airplane, we got to the airport, and I looked at her, I'm like, well, I guess this is where we're done, where we part. And she's like, yeah, it was really nice meeting you, Anand. And I was like, it was really nice meeting you too, Amy. And then we walked in separate directions, and I'm probably never, ever going to see her again. But at that one moment, we were like, it was like nice to connect with somebody in an authentic manner.
It's like a bittersweet connection, because like you're saying, you had a great conversation, you got to, know someone, but then you're probably never going to see them again. So it's kind of
yeah. Like if she ended up as my neighbor one day, I'd be ecstatic. I'd be like, oh shit, that's her. Oh my god, that person's awesome. But yeah, that would be it. But yeah, I live for moments like that. I do. I live for the moments like that.
And you're like, okay, I'm like really introverted, so I suck at talking. Like I suck at talking in front of cameras or to people in person. But now you're making me want to talk to people.
I mean, you're doing a good job.
People aren't scary, and also here's the thing: most people are so worried that they feel like they're not enough. Most people are worried about that, and like I'm worried about that all the time. I think that I'm so shit all the time. I'm like, fuck, I'm bad. Like I'm like, why are my friends with some of my friends? Like they're like so much better than I am. I think that sometimes. It's the wrong way to think, but it is. Sorry, I'm burping a lot. It is what happens, right?
I mean, it's real feelings. You're going to feel like that no matter. I mean, you could be the happiest person ever. You're always going to have those thoughts. I think people who say they never have those thoughts are lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and people say that, that they're just depressed all the time, they're angry, they have happy thoughts too, you know. Maybe not all the time, but you know, it's kind of, you know.
Everybody has happy thoughts. Everybody has sad thoughts. Everybody feels like they need to be a certain way for society to accept them. And often what it takes is to be accepted by one person to really kind of start moving forward with their lives or making something better for themselves. Acceptance is such a, it's not, there's, I mean, you should be like, acceptance is such a beautiful thing. If you can provide acceptance to somebody, you can lift them up, be out of something crazy. Like, dude, I'm telling you, like this last few months were really, really bad for me, right? But I know that I would have been in such a bad spot if I didn't have the friends that I had who accept me for who I am, you know, and they really lifted me up out of a lot of the shit. A lot of the shit. There was some bad shit being said about me. Bad shit that was being like, made me feel like really, really, really fucked up about myself. But my friends were there to help me out. And that's like the most important thing in the world. So you need if you can make the best that you, because you never know, by talking to someone, Nicolette, by talking to just anybody, or like not just anybody. There's certain places that kind of allow for those kind of social situations to occur. Like if you're on a bus and you see someone with this book that you read, and they're sitting next to you and they seem engaged, you can be like, oh my God, I've read that book. Like it's such a good book, and you can talk to them about it. If it's an authentic experience. Then one thing you have to understand is that you need to be authentic. You can't be fake. You can't be like, oh, well, let me see how I can talk to this person about this book. Let me devise a plan to talk to this person. No. It needs to be like real. It needs to be like, if there, it could be the silliest thing. It could be like, I really like your shoes. If you really like their fucking shoes, if you say, I really like your shoes, like, and you really do like their shoes, they'll know that you're being authentic. They'll know it. And just that one interaction may open them up or it may not, but it will make them feel good about themselves. And in making them feel good about themselves, you're kind of doing them a bit of a favor because you're helping them realize that they are accepted as they are in the world. And I think that's really, really important.
Yeah. I think I struggle with that. Like, even if I like someone's outfit, I'm like, oh my God, I can't say it. I can't say it.
I was on, when I came back, I looked at the girl. She was like, I looked over and she was like writing in a journal. I wasn't looking at what she was writing, but I saw her writing and it was so nice. So when we got off the plane, I was like, hey, I just want to let you know, I thought your writing was really nice. You have really nice handwriting. And she was like, oh, thank you. And then we just started talking a little bit about where she was from. And then that was it. And then I said, bye. And then walked away. You don't need to, like, that's the thing. It doesn't need to be, like, people need to understand that no connection that they make needs to be a permanent connection for the rest of time. It can just be a connection at that one very specific moment. And that could be the eternity that you guys share. That's it. That itself could be like the eternity that you guys share. It's just like those 5 minutes that you had together to talk about this, and then you guys never see each other again. But because you guys saw each other within those 5 minutes, had a good time, had a nice conversation, it's good. It's all the better.
Yeah, they're always going to have that perception of you as a good person, not, you know, as an asshole or something like that, you know.
Well, it's less about, I know that I'm a little worried about my public perception, like I am a little bit, and that's a problem, I think that's an issue. But you shouldn't be worried about whether they're going to think you're an asshole. You need to be not worried about anything. Just be like, how can I connect with another human being today, and just like accept them for like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you think you've gotten better since we started the YouTube channel?
Has. I've noticed she has.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw you in Leaf's stream. It was like you were so shy. You were so shy. It was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts.
I didn't know when to talk.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to talk. I didn't hear you say anything. But now you're talking and you're like ask questions and you're like chill. You know, you're good.
Yeah, she's overpowering me sometimes. That's good. I'm like, oh shit, I can just leave. I mean, she can talk if you know. That's good though, because you know it definitely helps with your communication. That's good.
Yeah, I'm trying, like, because I never thought I would ever be in front of a camera at all. So it's weird. It's his fault.
Yeah.
But I'm glad because now we're talking right now with you. So.
Hell yeah. And you guys got a better discussion this time. So me just being mopey.
Yeah, we could be your therapist again, but this time as a, you know.
I feel like he's my therapist right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the other way.
I'm down to give anybody social advice. Anybody that wants it, If they want to come to me, I'll give them social advice. And that's something that I'll generally give for free, all right, for sure. When it comes to branding and marketing, that's where I'm going to probably be like, all right, what can you pay me?
Yeah.
I want to make money.
Because that's like a much bigger commitment, I would think, right?
Yeah. If you want me to help you with your business, which you're putting money into, like, let's talk business here. But if it comes to like you being a human being and how to function in society, I will try to give you as much advice as I can in terms of like what it is. But most of the time, it's very easy. It's literally like 1 or 2 paragraphs of advice. Like, just do this, try it out, and you're good. People have done it, man, and they've like, it's been good. It's been cool. You know, like before I got fucking suspended on my fucking account. Okay, I tweeted out. I said a good way to overcome social anxiety is to just sit down at a cafe. Just sit down at a cafe with your own work. You don't need to talk to anybody. Just sit down there. Get a coffee. The only exchange you'll need to have is to ask the person, is to go up to the counter to get a fucking coffee. And then you sit down, you do your work, and you're just surrounded by people. And I can promise you, it'll help you out immensely with your social anxiety. Immensely. And they were like, holy shit, that's actually a really good idea. And they were like, yeah, it's called exposure therapy. I don't know what the fuck exposure therapy was. I haven't looked into it. I haven't the thing is, the things I talk about, I don't actually look into. I just talk about them based on my experiences and what I believe works based on what has worked for me. And I don't think that I'm some superhuman person. I think that I'm very normal. I think that if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about, because like I used to have like really bad social anxiety, like just ordering food. Like I'd be like really scared to order food at Subway because you have to pick
everything, every single little thing.
Yeah, so I'd be like avoiding Subway or anywhere that in Starbucks where you have to order and you have to say like specific things about your order. Yeah, so I'd avoid those places because I don't want to talk too much.
Yeah, you can do it whenever.
Yeah, I've gotten better. So.
Well, yeah, especially with caramel with almond milk, because I can have dairy, so I have to have almond milk.
I know.
Because your order is like really complicated, so you kind of have to be able to say it, you know.
Yeah, I guess that helps, and I think definitely working around people helps too.
Yeah.
Like where you have to.
Super important. You need to be like people are everything. Everything.
I feel you.
So what's up? What's new with you guys? What are you guys doing?
Oh, I thought you were still talking.
Oh, I thought it sounded like you cut off. So
he cut himself off because it was young. I was like, oh, okay, well, wait. And he was like, no, I'm done.
What's up with you guys?
Yeah, what's up with us?
Well, we have to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
Why are you waking up at 5 a.m.?
Work. Yeah. Good old work. Work is always fun, especially when you wake up early, but it makes that weekend like.
Yeah, I know. Like if I had to work weekends, I don't know what I would do. Like, I feel bad for people who have to work weekends.
I've done that before, working weekends. It's great. I'm kidding.
I want to work weekends eventually. Because I want to bartend, right? So like I've talked about that I think with you guys, and like
yeah.
And so I generally think the busiest nights would be Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, right? So if I could work those, that'd be sick. That'd be the best. Wednesdays and Thursdays, the reason why they're good nights is because Wednesdays are normally like ladies' nights everywhere, and so all the guys come out to fucking. And all the ladies come out too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, what do they call it? Yeah.
Thursdays, I was going to say specific areas, like mainly bars, but like Fridays and Saturdays for fucking clubs, holy shit. Holy shit. The nightlife in the city is fucking off the chain. Did I tell you the idea for a show we're starting here from Montreal?
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing me and another bartender, we're going to be pretty much doing a live stream show. This could be like a pre-game show where we invite influencers from the city to come hang out with us, and we make them drinks and we party it up a bit in our place, and it's like a chill vibe, and we're like talking about what we're doing and stuff like that, and we're like having a conversation that's like a full-blown like actual like production, and then we announce where we're going afterwards, and we're gonna be going to this bar, and then we invite the city to that bar. So we're like, guys, if you're watching the stream right now and you want to come meet us, go ahead and come meet us at this bar. This is where we're heading to right now. And then we go and we do guest bartending over there. And so people will come from the city, whoever's watching the show, who want to party with us, they can want to continue the party in real life with us. They can come and meet us along with the other influencers we invite over. And then we just keep changing it, rotating it over and over again.
That'd be awesome. Will you be like traveling to cities?
No, not cities. Just for Montreal for now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess we have to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Montreal to see them.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. But yeah, we'll probably have to end it here soon. But there's actually a really good question, so we can end it with this. Question. What's your opinion on Apu and all the so-called controversy surrounding that character?
I think it's sad. I think it's sad that that's what we've come to now at this point, like in time, where this guy's been around for like 3 years and it's been like an amazing show and honestly one of the better characters on the show. If you think about it, he's one of the most successful businessmen in Springfield, and he's like well loved by everybody. Despite the fact that he's a bit of a rat, he's still like loved by people, and he's just like a good guy. And people seem to have an issue with that because they're projecting their childhoods onto this character. Like maybe it was a little bit annoying for me to be constantly like labeled as like an Apu guy or like I'm just gonna own a Quickie Mart or like a fucking convenience store when I'm older. Like yeah, sure, it was kind of annoying, but like at the end of the day, it's like a stereotype that exists for a reason because like dude, I'm sorry, but there's a lot of fucking there's a lot of Korean. Sorry, there's a lot of like Asian, convenience store owners I know, like a lot of Chinese convenience store owners I know, and Indian convenience store owners, like so many of them, more so Chinese now than Indian, right? But at least in Montreal. I got dropped out.
Every time we do, every time.
His camera is flipped, so they can only see him.
Oh shit! That's probably what it was calling us then. Oh, what happened?
Should we just end it?
That's kind of a crazy way to end this. Great ending of the live stream. I know, right? He's probably, what the fuck? Damn. I can't even add it. I can't even add him though.
I guess just stop the broadcast then.
Oh, apparently they can see it. Oh, you both got dropped. We no longer can see him. Only you two now. I don't know what happened. Like we was just talking and then all of a sudden it ended. That's not good.
Message him on Instagram. Online.
Okay, hold on.
Just tell him that we're gonna end the stream then because this is dumb. Can they see us?
Apparently they can, yeah. There you can. That's terrible. So literally like the last 5 minutes is us talking to ourselves. I apologize if you're still seeing this. I don't know what happened.
I don't know how you can see us, but we can't even see anyone, so.
Yeah.
Someone screen capped that. Well, if anyone can see this, then goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye. Sorry, everybody.
Yep. Sorry it ended weird.
We're going to have to do a part 3 to follow up on that cliffhanger.
Yeah, I can't even go back with like it says that we can't even go back into the call.
Yeah, well, it's funny because he like it literally said he was trying to call us. See, and then
how can he call us if we're in a stream?
I don't know.
All right.
Anyway, bye everybody. I guess we'll have to do.
Yeah,
we'll,
follow Bunty on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll schedule another one with him soon.
Yep, bye.